So howdy, sweat backpackers. Sweat boot campers would sound so much better. Oh, backpackers. Not really great at the moment. So we're in our form cues series, and I've got the giggles now. So we're going to be going into our elbow plank, which is massively underrated. We all think we know how to do it, but until someone starts giving us form clues, we then realise we've actually just been hanging in elbow plank, and actually we haven't engaged our core, we're just hanging around there. So one of the key things you need to go over is bracing and engaging your core and the breathing, because there's just a lot more going on than just hanging there. So diaphragmatic breathing. So you want to inhale to prepare. See that tummy lift out. Exhale, tummy comes down. So when you're bracing, yeah, you've inhaled, you've exhaled, and you brace, yeah? So as if somebody's about to hit you, you are holding everything tight. So you've got a nice locked up intra-abdominal cylinder there, yeah? And then I exhale and we've released. So that's why you exhale, not the bottom of the movement. So you wouldn't exhale at the bottom of a squat, you'd exhale once that hard bit's done and you'll know you're coming out of the move. So some people even wait to exhale at the top. But in the elbow plank, it's just crucial in getting that ab engagement. So first of all, we're going to go into a vacuum. Yeah, so difficult to see. I know, so I might have to get the old belly out a little bit. So I just spurred a little bit. They might see some action. It might not move. Yeah, so inhale to prepare. My shoulders are locked and down. I then exhale. And I suck my tummy in as tight as possible. And I'm sucking it really tight, and you probably haven't seen anything happening. So I'm sucking it as tight as possible. And then I relax. Yeah? So that is trying to create a vacuum. So it's like an exaggerated brace. So inhale, exhale, empty the lungs, and we're off. Yep, so big squeeze, 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 squeeze. So I'm still able to breathe. I'm kind of okay. There, relax. Okay, so when you take that into the elbow plank, it's literally, I've got my elbows directly beneath my shoulders. My palms are face up because it puts me off gripping the floor or getting a right clench on. So position number one, my knees, they're not beneath my hips, they're slightly back. I'm then going to tuck my tailbone under. Now I don't care if you get an arch in that upper back, because that lets me know that you've got your pelvis tucked under and you're squeezing those abs. So at the moment I'm squeezy, 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 but I can still breathe. Okay, and relax. So then if I want to go into the full plank, I literally tuck my toes, extend my legs, so I'm driving back through my heels, my feet are together, I tuck my tummy under, and I make sure that I'm lifting up and out of my shoulders. I've not sunk, so I've got a little bit of a tuck under of my pelvis, and I'm breathing. And if you can probably see, I can start to judder if I really brace. Okay, and then break on the knees. You can always sit back in child's pose, have a few breaths, and then come back in. So if it ever goes into your back, it usually means that you haven't got that pelvic tuck under right. And if you feel like it is going into your back, you can always either drop down to the knees for a few seconds, stretch it out, come back up, re-tuck under and engage, or you can come back up. Some people come into downward dog, just stick their bottom up for a few seconds, and then come back down. But just be careful when you do that, you don't come back down with the old exaggerated hip sag. So let's go into it once more. Inhale, exhale. I've braced my abs, I've tucked my pelvis under, and I am off. So I'm not like a dead flat plank, because for me, that would be there, and I've not got my pelvis tuck under. And I breathe. You need to remember to breathe. And it should always be quite hard work. Okay, and relax down. So then, the next tricky one is a side plank. So the modification for that is still elbow beneath shoulder. You want to dig that bottom leg, have it bent with the foot behind you, dig the knee in, open up that chest and lift that top leg if you can. Now if that's too much, have the leg down. But I really need you to be lifting up out of this shoulder. You should feel it in your obliques. And you're also bracing that core and breathing. So if you then think, I'm all right with this, you can then extend the legs. Ooh, she says. So at the moment, wow, my obliques are working, and I'm trying not to sink. So you want to squeeze the glutes and squeeze everything, and then relax back down. Okay, so another move that we do a lot is plank transfer. So I'll demo that on the knees first of all. So start in your 3/4 elbow plank. Yeah, you're then going to place the hands directly beneath the shoulders as you are coming up and down. Yeah, so it's a really good move for your core, your shoulders and your chest. Yeah, want to make it a little bit harder, come into an upper plank position. Don't lose that tuck of the pelvis, shoulders tucked away from the ears, down and back, and then we're into our plank transfer. And I'm trying to keep my hips as still as possible and tuck, tuck, tuck. So if at any point it gets too much, you just drop to your knees and take it from there. Okay guys, so that was your vacuum, elbow plank, side plank and plank transfer. Plenty to practice there. Thank you for watching. Bye.